At this stage, let me just say, fellow Ghanaians. And I know that...
Well, Prof, our audience is also African, so...
Oh, okay.
Let us not limit it to
all
just
right, okay.
Ghanaians.
So, fellow Africans. I said fellow Ghanaians because it has some connotation, particularly at the time of the COVID era, when our then president, did his periodic addresses to the nation. Let me say that each and every one of us, your health is in your own hands. It is a common adage in public health that you produce your health. Health is not produced by health professionals. You produce your health, and therefore, what you eat, how much water you drink, what physical exercises you do, what mental exercises you do, all beneficial to your health. If you take diet, as Africans, our food is too much starch-based, too much carbohydrate-based. Carbohydrate ends up in your body as sugar. So you may not be eating granulated sugar or cube sugar per se, but the amount of food you eat, your carbohydrate, your rice, your white bread, all of that ends up as sugar. We have always said that if you divide your plate into three, 1/3 of it, only 1/3 should be carbohydrate. We are not doing a story building so that your ground floor, which is full of the plate, becomes your carbohydrate, and then you have a little presidential suite as your protein on top of it. Divide the inner chamber of the plate into three, and that third should be carbohydrate. The second is protein. And those who don't eat meat or fish, whatever, don't eat eggs, they know where to get their proteins from beans, all right, lentils, all that. The other third should be vegetables. Vegetables are called micronutrients. They produce the vitamin A, B, C, D, whatever, all that, micronutrients, including the zinc, including the calcium, including all the minerals that you need. But all this, there must be fat. The fat, I have had cause to speak to my fellow Africans. The tropical oils are the best. They are natural oils. Whether it's coconut oil, whether it's palm kernel oil, whether it's palm oil, whether it's shea butter. These are the best tropical oils for you. All the seed oils are industrial oils. They were created because the West did not want to spend all their money importing tropical oils. So they produced their own oils. I can tell you that those oils are fit for machines, not for the human body. I say this with all sincerity. And I don't believe any government needs to ban them, but educate your people to eat their own coconut oil. If you grate coconut and you leave it in the sun, the oil drips. Oil drips. If you boil the flesh of the palm nut and put ice on it, the oil solidifies, and you can just take it, warm it, and you have palm oil. If you were to take palm kernel nut and grate it just like coconut, you will get oil. These are natural. You cannot boil maize and get oil. You can't. It doesn't happen. You have got to take the seeds and take it through industrial machines. 1910, industrialization brought seed oils. And they've told us that seed oils are the best. But I will tell you in all sincerity, it isn't. So that is with food. Divide your plate into 3. 1 carbohydrate, 1 protein, 1 vegetables, and make the sauce of the vegetable with appropriate fat and eat. Drink a lot of water. We live in a tropical environment. We say 3 liters a day. I tell you, with the spate of kidney diseases, if you can drink more, it's better. After all, you just blow through your tubes. You urinate. What is good is kept. What is bad is brought out. So the more you drink, the better. All right? Then we talked about physical exercise. The body was made to walk. The body was not made to sit or sleep. The more exercise you do, the greater the mobility and the flexibility of your joints. Your knee joint, your hip joint, your elbow joint, your shoulder joint. The more you walk, the better the flexibility. It has its own oils that it produces to lubricate. If you stay static, it doesn't produce that anymore because the body thinks that you don't need it. And if you produce it, then you are flexible. So exercise. And the better exercise you do, the better you tone your muscles, and therefore, the better you look. If you stop exercise, you build up a pot belly. You build up fat on your hips, fat on your buttocks. All right? The upper thigh, the upper arm, the buttocks, the hips for the ladies, the men, abdominal girth. All of that is a poor reflection on your health. And we all talk about physical activity, but don't talk about mental activity. Today, mental health is one of the greatest public health problems. Many people are developing forgetfulness, are developing some form of dementia. The more mental exercise you do, the better it is. If you're an avid reader, it's mental exercise. If you play chess, it's a mental exercise. If you play snakes and ladders and ludo and oware and draft, all of these are mental exercise. If you do crossword puzzle, all those things, they're mental exercises. The more mental exercises you do, the more agile the more alert, mentally alert you are. The more physical exercises you do, the more agile you are. The better food you eat, the more water you drink, the better it is for you. A little alcohol spoils nothing. If you're not partial to it, don't do it. If you can't sip, don't drink it. Don't gulp. Don't gulp. Any alcohol that you have got to gulp, stop. It's not good for you. If you can sip it, add mixers to it. Energy drink. If you can avoid it from today, stop. It is dangerous. It contains too much calories, too much caffeine, too much sugar. It is bad for you. And most trotro drivers, most long-distance drivers, they get at least 2 packs of 6 throughout the day. You are walking yourself into diabetes. And for this new year, we want everybody to stay alive. We want everybody to be disciplined, particularly on the road. If you're disciplined, you are not in a hurry. Where are you going? We are not going to, it's not the years of essential commodities where we are going to all go and line up to get essential commodities. You are going to Accra. I'm also going to Accra. What is the speed for? If you know you have a meeting at 10 o'clock, leave early. And be disciplined and be conscious of the lives of others. You don't live life for yourself. It is said, don't get noticed when you are present in life, but get noticed when you are absent. It is your absence that human beings should recognize you, not when you are there. I believe that the life is worth living. Life is to be kind, generous to your fellow human being. If you're able to do that, the good Lord in diverse ways blesses you because you've been a child after his own heart. If he can deliver us from all our sins by giving his child, Jesus, to be condemned and killed, then you doing same to your fellow human being is recognized, appreciated, and you get your spiritual blessing. With that, I wish all Africans, Ghanaians, Africans, a happy, fun-filled, and blessed New Year. Let's engage in sports. Let's engage in fun. Life is all about fun. The better sense of humor you have, the better in your absence people will notice you. If you are arrogant and you are power drunk, people notice you in your presence. But my God, in your arrogance, in your absence, do they despise you? And I don't see why anybody should live a life that is not worth living and that is worth being denigrated when the person is not there. So let's all, arms together, let's all be progressive. Let's fight for the unity of the African continent, because a force of 1.3 billion people, with all the natural resources, with all the youthful creativity and intelligence, let's harvest all our intellectual might and grow this country on a sustainable cultural basis. This is my message to all of you in 2025. And let it be, for it can be, and all of us will be the better for it. Thank you.
Prof, on this note, I thank you so much for making the time for us.
Thank you.